Welcome to day 11 of this 30-day weight loss challenge. In today's lesson I'll be teaching you and explaining to you why your self-talk is important with regards to losing weight. Your self-talk is really important. In a sense, the things that you say to yourself on a regular basis is really what you're going to end up with. When I mean your self-talk, I'm really talking about the voice in your head. The things that you tell yourself on a regular basis, or even those things that you may even tell other people. Do you tell yourself that you find it difficult to lose weight? Do you tell yourself that, I don't know, chocolate's your downfall? Because those things, as I said, what you tell yourself is what you're going to end up with. So it's important that you begin to become really conscious of your own self-talk. And if for some reason you are saying something negative to yourself, if you are saying things like you find it difficult to lose weight, then it's important that you replace that negative self-talk with something positive. I'm moving towards my ideal weight. My weight's coming down. I am in control of food. Then by actually giving yourself those positive statements, those things then actually come into your life and you'll begin to start to do those things. So again, what I've done is I've again prepared a worksheet for you which can be found at my weight loss blog, theinsideoutapproach.com/blog. On this worksheet, what you can do is you can just, as you become more conscious of your self-talk, if you do catch yourself saying something negative, then just make a note of it. And then think about positive alternatives to that. So if you catch yourself saying something like, you find it difficult to lose weight, make a note of it. And then think of some positive alternatives that you can then say instead of that. So the next time you catch yourself saying that negative statement, you can stop that and then actually say the positive statement to yourself. I'll give you an example of why your self-talk is really important. Let's imagine if that was a plant pot, and let's also imagine that plant pot was filled up with soil, the richest fertile soil ever. So in a sense, anything that got planted into the pot would grow. So that would mean if I planted a flower seed into that pot, I'd get a flower. Likewise, if I planted a weed in that pot, I'd just get more weeds. And the pot's a pot and it doesn't really care what I plant into it. Whatever seeds go in there, the pot will actually begin to grow those seeds. And you can think of your own unconscious mind as being quite similar to the pot. Your thoughts are like seeds. So if you plant or give yourself a negative seed, such as I find it difficult to lose weight, then what you're actually doing is you're planting that idea, that thought, into your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind then will make it difficult for you to lose weight. So let's imagine then I have some seeds. Let's imagine I have a tomato seed and I plant that tomato seed into the pot. I water it, I look after it, give it the light it needs. Because I've planted a tomato seed, there's only one thing I'm going to get. I'll get a tomato plant. I'll get exactly what I've planted. So let's imagine I get a tomato plant and I pick off a tomato and I bite into that tomato and it brings me out in a rash. Now the pot doesn't care. If the pot did think it, all it would say to me is, don't blame me, the tomato brought you out in a rash. You planted the tomatoes. You ate the tomato. I'm only giving you what you've been putting in. And likewise, that's what your unconscious mind has been doing for you. Your unconscious mind has only been giving you those things that you've been putting into your own mind. So if you have been finding it difficult to lose weight, then the chances are you've been putting those ideas into your mind. If you are eating chocolate far too much, then again you've probably been putting those ideas into your mind. So as I said, if we put a tomato seed into the pot, we'll get a tomato plant. So let's imagine a few more days later I then go and plant another tomato seed into that pot. All I'm going to get again is another tomato plant. The pot can't give me anything else. All it can give me is what I've put in. And that's for many people what they'll generally do is once they notice they've got some kind of problem. So once a person's really focusing on being overweight, what they'll generally keep then doing is they'll still keep planting more of those negative seeds into the pot, more of those negative thoughts. And they then just keep stuck, they stay stuck. They find it more difficult to lose weight. Then sometimes what generally happens then is people start to wish for things. People generally start to wish, you know what, I wish I could just lose weight. I wish I could be in control of food, but you never get those wishes, especially if you're still carrying on planting the negative ideas into your mind. It's like planting a tomato seed into the pot, but wishing for cucumbers. Now it doesn't matter how hard you wish for cucumbers, you'll never get cucumbers because you've planted a tomato seed. You can only get what you've planted. Likewise, you'll only get those things from those thoughts that you've had on a regular basis. Now if you wanted cucumbers, then the simple thing is, well, stop planting tomato seeds. If you want cucumbers, start planting cucumber seeds, because that way then you don't have to wish for cucumbers. You'll get cucumbers because that's what you've planted into the pot. Likewise, if you do want to be in control of food, then start to tell yourself on a regular basis that you are in control of food. If you want to be motivated, if you want to have that strong belief that you can reach your ideal weight, then start to tell yourself that. Tell yourself that you really do believe that you can and you will reach your ideal weight. Tell yourself that you're motivated. Tell yourself that you're absolutely focused. Tell yourself that you are in complete control of food. So as I said, with this particular exercise, really become conscious of your own self-talk. Become conscious of the things that you say to other people with regards to your weight. And if you do catch yourself saying something negative, make a note of it. And then think of some positive alternatives to that. And then the next time then you catch yourself saying that negative statement, replace the negative statement with the positive statement. And if you keep doing this, what you'll then begin to start to do is that new positive statement will then begin to start to become the habit, the way that you think. And then once that habit has been created, if that's the way you then start to think, that's the way you'll then start to behave. So really have fun over the next few weeks, really monitoring your own self-talk, replacing the negative statements with the positive statements. And if you do that, you'll be extremely surprised with the positive results that doing that will give you.